the mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
We don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to the All Guts So Gory podcast. I'm Mike, joined as always by Justin and Charlie. We have another great mini episode for you tonight. We are doing our second installment of the Fear Years series that we're doing here. And this year that we picked at random, our wheel has 45, 50 spaces on it. And somehow in the second spin of the wheel, we landed on probably the worst year for horror movies ever. Would you agree?
Yes, easily.
I'm gonna say, we did the years that we went to high school, or the graduated high school. We did, what was it, 2020? Oh man, there was just compared to this,
yeah,
masterpieces, plentiful.
Yeah, I was a little bummed when I did the 2002 look back, and we did our years we graduated high school, and then I looked up 1993. I was like, Jesus, this is rough. But we're going to take some liberties here with some of the picks because there's some movies that came out in 92 internationally, but have a 1993 American release date. So we're going to take some liberties as we do. We did that on our 2020 Fear Years episode that you can go back and listen to. If this is your first time listening to one of our Fear Years, this is the format is we are going to do a snake draft where the three of us will each pick a movie in snake draft order until we each have three. Those three are the movies that you would consider the ones you get to take with you on a deserted island, or your favorites from this year of what was available. So, pretty simple. Any thoughts on this exercise as you look at the list of movies? Is there a pick that you were hoping to have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
I think we've talked about this a little bit in preparation to this, but there is a clear-cut line between where the first round ends and the rest of the group pretty much. I might be being a little too harsh. There might be two good rounds of movies here, 6 picks, but other than that, it's going to be personal favorites and just things we liked because we saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we did spin the wheel prior to recording here because I forgot to hit the record button before we actually started recording. So we've already spun the wheel. And myself, Mike, I have the first pick, followed by Justin will pick second. Then Charlie will pick third. He'll have 2 picks on the turn. And what do you say? Want to get into it?
Let's do this.
Right.
I do find it fishy that you're going first, but it is what it is, right?
You watched me spin the wheel. It was fair and square.
Yeah, I know there's
the wheel wasn't square. The wheel was round. It was fair and round, but you watched me. You saw it. But yes, I think there is one movie that is the one to pick if you had the first pick. And with the first pick, I'm taking Army of Darkness. This had a 1992 international release, but was released in America in February of 93. Hence, it counts. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell as Ash. It's the third movie in the Evil Dead trilogy. It is just a silly, bloody, fun, good time, just like Evil Dead stuff is. In this one, Ash gets sent back to the medieval times. He gets stuck in a pit, loses his chainsaw hand. He gets it back. He's got his boomstick. He's got to find the Necronomicon in order to get back to the present while fending off Deadites. And what'd you call them before we got on here, Justin?
These are Kandarian demons, I think.
Kandarian demons.
Something along that line, right?
Yeah, sure. Been a while since I've seen this one, but yeah, this is the one. I mean, Evil Dead stuff is just fun. And this is a good one.
So there was definitely a progression between the first Evil Dead movie and where we're at now with Army of Darkness, right? They realized what they had in Bruce Campbell. They're like, this guy is slapstick all the way. He can carry a scene by himself against himself and just let him cook, Yeah. This is the first one that's just like, here's 20 minutes, 10 minutes, just cook. Do your thing, and I love it.
Yeah, the first time I saw Evil Dead, I was like, if Jim Carrey packed on 20 pounds of muscle, he'd be Bruce Campbell. Because they have the same, like Jim Carrey could do this mannerisms and contort his body in certain ways to be funny, and the way Bruce Campbell does.
Charlie, is now the time we brag that we're gonna meet Bruce in October, or should we do that later?
I always like to get my bragging out up.
Okay, get that bragging out.
If it's the time you met Robert Englund, it was like a handshake and a picture, right?
It was, yeah. Well, he choked my wife, and that was in the bedroom. Wait a minute. Oh, in the picture. In the picture. She listens to this. Sorry, babe.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Okay. So Army of Darkness was the first pick, and I think we all wanted that. So I'm going to move on to not necessarily consolation prize, because this one's super high on my list too. So this is another technicality, right? This one that I have right now was released in France in May of '92, but didn't make it over here until Valentine's Day weekend in '93. So this one is Peter Jackson, just masterclassing in gore here. And this is, I know it is Dead Alive, but it was also marketed as Brain Dead. I don't know the timeline on that one, but basically a Sumatran rat. What was it? A rat monkey?
A rat monkey.
Something like that.
Well,
Bite somebody in a sleepy New Zealand town. They turn into zombies. And let's just say there's a lawnmower scene. There's a scene where a mom is way too close with her son and tries to put him back in the womb. It's just batshit crazy. It's gross as shit. And I guarantee you some of the same people you see running around in Hobbit Town or whatever worked with Peter Jackson on this one too, because he uses similar prosthetic people. But it was a great movie. So that's me. And I'm gonna hope Charlie doesn't take any of mine, because I get it after he gets two. So,
well, I hope I do take all of the rest of yours.
Any comments on that? On Dead Alive? Yes.
Definitely bloody, definitely gory. I like it. Yeah, I think there's a part they try to poison the zombies and then bury them, but instead of poison, they inject them with like crack and they get hyper aggressive.
Isn't there a priest that like knows karate or something and fights the zombies, or am I thinking of a different zombie movie?
You're thinking of Pieces with the karate guy.
No.
Bad Chop Suey.
Bad Chop Suey.
Nope.
All right, Charlie, what are you going to do?
Okay.
You got so many options.
I got options. I got three in my head. I'm trying to narrow it down to just two. I think what I'm going to go with is Return of the Living Dead 3. That's my first one. Return of the Living Dead 2. Kind of basically the same movie, just kind of pushed it in a different direction, but mostly the same characters. 3 is like totally different. There's a lab there. Of course, they're experimenting on zombies, the army, the brightest of all the military branches. Let's let them do the experimenting.
Was the Coast Guard busy? I can make that joke because I was in there.
Like some girl, her father is like the colonel or general in charge of the whole experiment thing, but she's on a bike with her boyfriend and falls off, dies, and maybe I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, but so he brings her there and she gets reanimated, and she's just going through the movie basically like wanting to eat everyone's brains, but figures out that hurting herself, cutting. I mean, by the end of the movie, she's just like crazy glass piercings, just like in her skin and like shit everywhere. It's pretty gory, pretty good. Doesn't really stick to ending that well, but in this class, I'm going to take it.
Mike, are you familiar with the Return of?
I've not seen this one.
Oh,
no.
you need to jump into the Return ofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That leaves
Charlie,
you with your second.
Go again.
Okay. This next one. This one's tough because I don't want to leave it on the table for anyone else to take.
Hocus Pocus is safe.
Other movie better. I'm going to go ahead and go with Needful Things.
Okay.
Yeah.
93 was kind of like a Stephen King
You are not
movie
wrong.
year because there was
We had
Definitely.
Dark Half. Yeah. Wait, I shouldn't shout stuff
Yeah.
out, but yeah, Tommy Knockers was on, was the it of that year kind of thing.
It
It
was a
was
TV
did a
movie,
lot of.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. But, Needful Things is, it's like this character shows up, you don't know who he is, and just kind of like sets the whole town against each other. And, is he the devil or is he one of his minions? You don't know, but some shit goes down. Some people pull out butcher knives and shit, and it gets relatively gory. It gets relatively bloody, but I mean, it's pretty good. Not bad. Great
Yeah.
93.
Ed Harris and Max von Sydow. In that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's
Cool.
back to me, or unless
Back
you've
to
got more to
Justin.
say on Needful Things.
No.
Unfortunately, Needful Things is kind of like if you're a Stephen King adaptation, you want to be good or you want to be really bad, like comically bad. Like this one, it kind of falls in the middle, and I'm like, I don't even remember much about that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sad to say, I was trying to shoehorn Jurassic Park into this because it's one of the
Nope.
biggest movies of all time.
Nope.
But it is not. It is action sci-fi thriller, even though those velociraptors were pretty terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Yes. They can
Yeah.
open doors. All right, so I'm going to go on a rant about what we can't pick. No, I'm joking. All right. So I don't know like how much the guys want to stick it to me on this one. I feel like I've got one that is an all-timer for me that they both hate, but I know how shallow this list is. So it's like, what do I do? So I'm going to play it on the safe side though, and I'm going to take it so nobody else takes it, and that is Jason Goes to Hell. It was one of my fave shit movies. It has good gore. It has gratuitous with a capital G nudity. It's got crazy plot points, and I like it, but nobody else does. But I'm keeping it.
You know what it doesn't have? Jason.
It does. Like 20 minutes of Jason total. Yeah, stupid, but loved it. So that's where I'm at with my second pick, and see what Mike takes off the
Justin,
board.
you did not have to worry about me taking Jason Goes to Hell.
Well, you mentioned.
I like Jason. I love the Jason franchise, the Friday the 13th, but that is pretty much the least favorite one out of that whole franchise. It's a fight between that and 5. So yeah,
I'm hoping to bring you to my
did not
side.
have to worry about me taking that. But
we'll drink some chartreuse and watch that one together too, guys.
So, well, that means I get 2 picks, and that means I'm going to end up with numbers 3 and 4 on my list.
Oh,
so I'm pretty happy to be at 1, 3, and 4 for my 3 movies. My next one I'm going to pick is Leprechaun. Leprechaun is not a good movie, but it is entertaining as hell. It's got some chuckles. It's one of those ones you put on and you laugh your way through it with some friends. And let's be honest, Jennifer Aniston looking pretty good. Pre-Friends Jennifer Aniston is in this. It was kind of, I don't know if it was her breakout role, but it was the first major mainstream thing that she was in before Friends. Yeah. And then
let's just say she wasn't necessarily on the posters or the boxes until after she got famous, and then they put out some new boxes.
Yeah,
prominently showing.
They definitely did. Yes, they did. The original box is like black with like round thing like showing like the leprechaun like pot of gold, and then like the new box is like her face is like front and center. Yeah, they let you know that she's in it. But yeah, it's got some likable characters in it. Ozzy is a little bit slow. He swallows a gold coin from the leprechaun's sack of coins because he wants to keep it so that he can afford to get his brain fixed. But that's not how it works. And the little kid that helps him is like, I know that's not how it works, but he doesn't know that. Yeah, so basically the Jennifer Aniston, her character Tori, and her dad go to move into this house that the Leprechaun who had killed the previous owners before he was locked in a crate. He's been locked in this crate for years, and anyway, they steal his gold coins. They find his gold coins, and the Leprechaun's on a mission to get them back, and he'll kill whoever he has to get them back.
Yeah, this isn't like a "oh you rascal" kind of Leprechaun.
It's a thinker, you know.
Yeah, this I'm going to kill you to get my gold back, Leprechaun.
But it's fun.
Sure.
It's fun to have a few beers, throw this on, have some laughs. It's a good time.
Warwick Davis is great. Okay, Willow, Leprechaun, Star Wars.
Yeah,
Harry Potter, everything, man.
I mean, this movie spawned 7 sequels, so got to be doing something right. Or not.
Or you can make it for $62 and make like, $1 million, right?
Oh, this one did. This was a box office success, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Well, so then with my final pick, I am going to take The Good Son. This is Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. And I don't know if you guys remember this one. It was right after Macaulay Culkin, right after his fame from Home Alone and Home Alone 2. This came out shortly after Home Alone 2. And, I mean, he's a bad kid. And Elijah Wood, his character, I think his name's Mark. He goes to live with his aunt and uncle because I think his mom passed away. So he goes to live with his aunt and uncle and his cousin, Henry, who was played by Macaulay Culkin. And, yeah, we just kind of slowly find out that Henry is a psychopath. He kills a dog with a homemade gun that shoots bolts. He throws a dummy off an overpass to create a multi-car pileup. He takes his sister and throws her across the ice skating pond they're on. He throws his little sister into the thin ice area where, of course, she falls in through the ice. And the finale of this movie, just an epic finale where, the aunt.
A real Sophie's choice there.
Had a Sophie's choice to make on the edge of a cliff as the two boys were fighting. And she shows up just in time to save both, but then one because she has that Sophie's choice to make. Yeah. And it's wild, man. And then this might have been, I believe this is probably the first R-rated movie I saw in the theater. And I think my dad took me to it because it was Macaulay Culkin and it's a soft R, right?
It'll be wholesome.
And I remember there was an audible gasp when Macaulay Culkin says to Elijah Wood, "Don't fuck with me." He said the word fuck, and there was an audible gasp in the theater. People were like, "Oh my God, like, Mac, you can't say that." But yeah.
This is like the Shaq and Kobe of kid actors, though. Like, this was a huge, like two monster kid actors, basically, like playing toe to toe, and
yeah, not a good. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin's not a good kid in this one, despite the title of the movie.
He's just misunderstood. Okay, he's just misunderstood. All right, so that's me. Believe it or not, I have a few that are not good. I don't know. Hey, spoiler alert, guys. These are not good movies, but, I enjoyed watching them. How about that? I'm going to pick, I believe, Guillermo del Toro's breakout film. It's called Kronos, and it's kind of a vampire type film, subtitled. He was working with Ron Perlman back then. A man finds a mysterious, basically it looks like a metal spider thing that wraps itself around his heart, and he's able to turn back the wheels of time a little bit with it, and obviously other people want to get their hands on it, yada yada yada. But I enjoyed it, and I recommend it to people that are listening, all 7 of you. And hopefully, especially the ones in España or somewhere in Spanish speaking country, because this is your wheelhouse right here. But that wraps up my last movie. So I had we'll recap later.
Yep.
But yeah, Guillermo del Toro's. Do we want to say we'll save 2 minutes for special mentions or honorable mentions or whatever afterwards? How about that?
No, sure. I think we could spend 15 seconds on honorable mentions. Covered thoroughly.
All right,
Charlie, your last pick.
My last pick. Okay, so this one came out in 1993.
Mhm.
That's
Legit.
good. Good start.
And it's the second remake of Body Snatchers.
Okay.
1993 Body Snatchers, Meg Tilly, Gabrielle Anwar. I mean,
Okay.
need I say more? But it's like a military family with like Gabrielle Anwar's the teenage daughter, Meg Tilly's like the stepmom or something. The dad's in the army, and the body snatcher pods start taking over. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not bad. Not a bad watch.
All right.
It's got a
Can't
pretty good
complain,
scene
huh?
in there in the hospital or the whatever triage place where the people are living on the army base.
I don't even think I knew they made one this late. I know the originals from like the 50s, and I think they
Yeah.
remade one in the 70s. I didn't know they made one this late.
Yep. With
They made
Donald
one in
Sutherland.
they made one in the 2000s later, like with Nicole Kidman in it. Remember?
Hmm.
It was a.
Body Snatchers?
Or are we talking like Invasion
That's-
of?
Yeah,
We're talking
that's what I
about
was
it, maybe.
thinking.
Yeah. This one's called Body Snatchers, not
Yeah.
Invasion. The first two are Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Right.
Yeah, like Nicole Kidman was in one in the 2000s that they made. It wasn't bad. Anyway,
You sure that wasn't like the astronaut's wife or something?
your mom's the astronaut's wife.
Damn.
Dang.
Astronaut is your mom's wife.
Eyes Wide Shut. Are you thinking Eyes Wide Shut, Justin?
I often think of that movie, actually. Not a bad Kubrick movie, though. I'm going to go on the record and say not a bad Kubrick movie, guys.
A lot of Snatch in there. Maybe that's what you were thinking. Snatch.
Oh, Lord.
The Invasion.
And how? Yes, The Invasion.
It's called The Invasion.
2007.
Nicole
It had
Kidman,
also
Daniel Craig.
yeah. Told you.
All right.
Yeah, you just made
Told
that
you. And it's only an hour and 39 minutes, so Mike would love that shit.
shit. Boom. Only 9 minutes too long.
Army of Darkness
All right,
is like 79 minutes. You know that?
It's a match made in
79
heaven.
minutes.
Right.
All right, who's got one they want to throw out for an honorable mention?
Not me.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I'll throw one out. There's a movie called California, which
I
it's
like that
got
movie.
Brad Pitt, David Duchovny, Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
David Duchovny and I can't remember the actress's name who plays his girlfriend. They are at college and they want to make it big by writing about serial killers. And they put like a rideshare ad because they want to make it to California, but they can't afford to. So they want someone to give them a ride and share the trip, I guess, and go on this experience with them. Enter Brad Pitt, who is a redneck as you can get. You can tell because he wears a Confederate flag hat in the whole movie. And Juliette Lewis, who plays his girlfriend, who has the mental capacity of about a 7-year-old.
I was going to say 13.
Yeah,
like
more like 7.
It's like a.
That's why.
And it just, and honestly, like, it's a good concept for a movie. And, like, Brad Pitt was good in it and really got into character. But, God, Juliette Lewis just took me out of it so bad.
I think it's kind of like
the way she talked and just the out of her mind and just like, and Brad Pitt's character is named Early. So the way she talks, she's like, Early, what are you doing? And it's just like, oh my God, it's nails on a chalkboard. And then
I'm
like,
doing?
And she's just like the way, I don't know, like one of the scenes, she's like finally catches him like killing somebody and is like, Early, you're supposed to be nice, but you're mean now. And like, oh my God, like she talks like a 7-year-old. Right. And it's like, oh my God, it took me out of it so bad. It's probably an incredible acting job, but God, it took me out of it.
It's probably how she was seen for her role in Natural Born Killers too, right? It's a very similar pairing, right? So they kind of re-go to that well with her and a buddy later. 2 Puppet Masters came out this year. When I was this age, which would have been 10, 11, 12, in that range. Well, no, 12, we'll call it. Puppet Masters were cool. These tiny ass puppets.
Yeah.
that could take you down, man. Those were always fun. Actually, one that I've never seen to this day. I don't know why. Fire in the Sky. I
That's
would
not
count
really
that as.
horror.
I mean, it's aliens are
Sci-fi.
abducting people. Let's see what it says on the IMDb.
Based on a true story.
You're based on a true story.
True story. Your mom's
while you look that up, how about Ghost Brigade?
I haven't seen Ghost Brigade.
Ghost
I only have
Brigade
one more
is
that I need.
it's a horror film based around the Civil War where dead soldiers become zombies, and then the Union and Confederate armies have to band together to defeat the zombies.
I'm in.
Yeah. How have I never
I'm
seen
in.
that?
Right.
I would just like.
And it stars Martin Sheen, Corbin Burnson, pre-Friends Matt
Really?
LeBlanc, David Arquette, Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
What? What is this called?
Ghost Brigade.
Ghost.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
Or Gray Knight. I think Gray Knight is an alternate title as well. Same with the, like the Dead Alive, Brain Dead situation.
Yeah. So so Fire in the Sky, subgenre, body horror. We got biography, drama, fantasy.
That counts.
Blah, blah,
Suck
blah.
it, Charlie.
I would like to point out that, I mean, if you just take off the sequel names of a lot of these movies, the original movie was great. Return of the Living Dead.
I liked Warlock.
Great. Warlock was great. Children of the Corn.
Maniac
Great.
Cop.
Puppet Master. Great. Now Puppet Master 4. Amityville.
How about
Amityville horror.
Leprechaun
Great.
in the Hood?
Witchboard.
No, in the Hood.
In the Hood. No.
There were a lot of sequels.
Starring Ice-T.
Doll Man and Demonic Toys. 2 separate movies.
And then to capitalize on the Evil Dead, there was a movie just Necronomicon, Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
It had Jeffrey Combs in it, which
Based on a true story.
Based on a true, was it?
No, of course.
Come on now. Last one I want to throw out that I enjoyed. My dad owned a Rottweiler when I was a kid at this age. Man's Best Friend.
Man's Best Friend.
Yeah. Ali Sheedy, Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen, yeah, your guy from Alien. It wasn't bad. Robot Rottweiler.
Yeah.
And
directed by John LaFia, who wrote Child's Play and directed Child's Play 2.
And he did Martyrs too, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
That's all I've got. I got nothing else that I can, except for Hocus Pocus and Addams Family Values. They're bringing it. They're bringing it for the family, those horror movies.
Someone's going to write us and be like, why didn't you pick Hocus Pocus?
Why didn't you pick...
Why did I do that in a woman's voice? I don't know.
Whoa.
Why didn't you pick
Texas too?
Ticks? There's a movie called Ticks.
I haven't seen Ticks.
I know. And some of these, I'm like, that might be a fun drunk watch. Some of these seem like a fun drunk watch.
Here's the thing. These are over 30 years old.
I know.
I've been watching horror movies since the 70s. I've probably seen every single one of these movies, but I just do not remember watching.
Right? That's how I feel about the Dark Half. I know I've seen the Dark Half, but
I've seen it too. I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you one thing.
I read the book. I could tell you a little bit about the book.
Well, I'll bring up one more while we're at it, real quick.
Do it.
It's called Body Bags, and this was supposed to be Tales from the Crypt, but for Showtime. However, they did 3 stories, like an anthology series. They did 3 stories, and then it wasn't picked up. So they just made it put the 3 stories together as a movie. It's by John Carpenter and Toby Hooper. John Carpenter plays the coroner, who would be the crypt keeper in this case, who introduces the stories. But he also directed 2 of the segments. Toby Hooper directed the second, the one.
That'd be funny if his name was the Grave Goblin or something. So the crypt keeper,
right.
Just a generic offshoot of that.
Just straight rip off of it. Yeah,
Right.
The Cemetery Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that one's got 3 stories, kind of fun, good actors like Tom Arnold's in one and Stacy Keach is in one of them. I think there's some some
I
solid
love that you
actors
said
from the early '90s in there.
good actors. Tom Arnold. I love that.
Dude, Tom Arnold in
the
True
highlight.
Lies is elite.
True Lies is great. Yeah.
He's not bad.
And if you can act happy while you're married to, never mind. That was a low blow. That's a low blow.
Yeah,
Some things
a
have
lot
to
of
be
coke.
said.
A lot of coke.
Oh my god.
Coca-Cola? New
Sure.
Coke.
New coke.
All right.
All right.
So
Should I recap our
this up.
picks?
Yeah.
All right. I'll recap our picks. I took Army of Darkness, Leprechaun, and The Good Son. Justin, Dead Alive, Jason Goes to Hell, and Kronos. Charlie, Return of the Living Dead 3, Needful Things, and Body Snatchers.
Sorry, Charlie. That's you got the rough ones.
Drop us a line in the fan mail. Let us know who had the best trio of movies from this draft from 1993. Family members aren't allowed to vote, but I will take bribes. Yeah. So, guys, are we good to wrap this up?
That was we need to move past. Oh, should we spin for the next one?
Yes.
What we should do?
Yes. Okay. Spin for the next one.
We need to give you guys time to prep for this conversation that we have every month or so, right?
That's right.
All right. So I'm going to spin. Hopefully it's a good spin. Oh, you can't see that, can you?
Kind of.
So the spin is it's 2022. So we're back in the 2020s again, which I don't mind.
It is what it is.
People have had 4 years to watch those movies.
We're going to have like 20 in a row where it's going to be like 1947 with joking guys, we don't have the 40s on here.
The Wolfman's 23 Skidoo.
Exactly. The Return of the Mummy meets the Werewolf meets Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. Which Bud Abbott and Lou Costello meet Frankenstein is one of my favorite movies of all time. So, but
I actually like that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, guys.
Mike, take us out of here.
All right. Thank you for listening to All Guts So Gory. If you like what we do here, please rate and review. Make sure you're following us as well so you don't miss episodes of your favorite movies that we review that come out on Mondays. Follow us on Instagram, allgutssogorypod. And that's it.
This one's a Thursday one. This is a Thursday one.
This one is coming out Thursday. So that means Sunday or on Monday, look forward to Shaun of the Dead, our newest movie review. Look forward to that. Got a couple days to watch it before that episode drops. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. I'm Mike for Justin and Charlie. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.